I'm growing tired of lovey-dove theme songs that 50 million pianos pound. And in an age where these radios scream songs, I only want one phrase around me. There's a cheerful little earful, gosh, I miss it, something fearful. And this cheerful little earful is the well-known I love you. Stocks can go down, business slow down, but the milk and honey flow down with a cheerful little earful of the well-known I love you. In every play, it's a set phrase, what the public gets praise, but as a pet phrase, diddle-doo-doo-doo, poo-peroo it, soft and coo it, make me happy, you can do it, with a cheerful little earful of the well-known I love you. There's a cheerful little earful, gosh, I miss it, something fearful. And this cheerful little earful is the well-known I love you. Stocks can go down, business slow down, but the milk and honey flow down with a cheerful little earful of the well-known I love you. In every play, it's a set phrase, what the public gets praise, but as a pet phrase, diddle-doo-doo-doo, poo-peroo it, soft and coo it, make me happy, you can do it, with a cheerful little earful of the well-known I love you. I love you.
Cheerful Little Earful, a very tight band right there. It's a song going back to 1931. I'm Anton Garcia Fernandez coming to you from Jackson in the state of Tennessee on my YouTube channel, Anton GF, and this is the first episode of Music About a Century Old. We're going to be playing some music from the 1930s, 1920s, and before. Songs that are about 100 years old, or in some cases older than 100 years old. Music about a century old. And that song, Cheerful Little Earful, makes me think of Little Jack Little, although that was not Little Jack Little, but the man that we're going to spotlight on this show today, Chester Gaylord. Yes, unless you are an avid collector of old 78s from the 1920s and 1930s, chances are you have never heard of Chester Gaylord. And yet he was an extremely busy recording artist in those years, a contemporary of Bing Crosby and Rudy Vallee and Russ Columbo and Gene Austin, and also an overlooked figure, if there ever was one, among the fraternity of early crooners. He had a nice voice, wouldn't you say so? The recording of Cheerful Little Earful goes back to 1931, and that was Chester Gaylord. And though Chester Gaylord distinguished himself primarily as a vocalist, well, he also played piano and saxophone. There are some recordings of him playing saxophone, and in fact, his earliest known recordings are Edison diamond discs made toward the beginning of the 1920s that feature him playing the saxophone. As a singer, his sound lay somewhere between those of Rudy Vallee and Bing Crosby. While not as purely jazzy as Bing, his baritone voice sounds more powerful and fuller than Rudy Vallee's. Chester Gaylord enjoyed a successful career on radio as a vocalist, pianist, and announcer, and many of the phonograph records that he made for major labels like Columbia and Brunswick included notable jazz musicians such as Red Nichols, Glenn Miller, Manny Klein, Gene Krupa, and the Dorsey brothers, Tommy and Jimmy Dorsey, among several others. But despite all of these credentials, the name of Chester Gaylord remains largely obscure and all but forgotten today. And that's why we're dedicating some time to listening to his music. And here's a song that he recorded precisely for Brunswick Records back in the year of 1930. This is a song I normally associate with singers like Lee Moores, who has a good version of it. But here's Chester Gaylord, and I still get a thrill thinking of you.
I met you, I loved you, the world was mine. It seemed too good to last. You left me so lonely, the sun won't shine. I still live in the past because I still get a thrill thinking of you, and I still feel your lips kissing me too. Although our love affair was to be, I wonder if you care about me. I still remember that night under the moon. I recall that it all ended too soon. I can't believe you're gone. Memories linger on, 'cause I still get a thrill thinking of you. Although our love affair wasn't to be, I wonder if you care about me. I can't believe you're gone. Memories linger on, 'cause I still get a thrill thinking of you.
I still get a thrill thinking of you. Great song right there. It would become a standard, and that was the version by Chester Gaylord, recorded for Brunswick Records in the early 1930s, late 1920s. Really, really great song. Chester Gaylord was born in Worcester, Massachusetts in 1899, and he showed an early interest in music, and during the First World War, he joined the U.S. Navy and put his saxophone-playing skills to work. Upon his return to civilian life, Gaylord briefly moved to New York City, but the opportunity to work as an announcer on local radio prompted him to return to his hometown in Massachusetts, and I believe the radio station that hired him was station WTAG. It was then that he began his broadcasting career, jumping at any chance he had to play piano and sing over the airwaves. His frequent appearances were consistently well received by the radio audience, which must have played some part in his signing a recording contract with Columbia Records as a vocalist in 1923. After this stint on Columbia, Gaylord signed with Brunswick, another one of the major labels at the time, and subsequently made some of the best records of his career, accompanied by some of the jazz greats that we have already mentioned. Many of the tunes that Chester Gaylord recorded in these jazzy settings at these New York sessions, like Mean to Me or Memories of You or Glad Rag Doll or the one we just heard, I Still Get a Thrill, Thinking of You, would in time become standards. And it's really interesting to note that Chester Gaylord would often sing the verses, some of which are now rarely heard. We mentioned Mean to Me, so let's listen to it right now. Going back to 1929, here's Chester Gaylord. This song would become a standard, and this is his interpretation of it. Mean to Me, on music about a century old.
Sweetheart, I love you, think the world of you, but I can see you don't care for me. You never show it, don't let me know it. Why do you act like the way you do? I'm so proud for you. Why did you act like you do? You're mean to me. Why must you be mean to me? Gee, honey, it seems to me you like to see me crying. I don't know why I stay home each night when you say you'll phone. You don't, and I'm left all alone, singing the blues and sighing. You treat me coldly each day in the year, and you always scold me whenever somebody is near, dear. It must be great fun to be mean to me. You shouldn't, for can't you see what you mean to me? Each day in the year, and you always scold me whenever somebody is near, dear. It must be great fun to be mean to me. You shouldn't, for can't you see what you mean to me?
Chester Gaylord and a song called Mean to Me, his interpretation of it from 1929. Chester Gaylord, we're talking about him today. And, well, he was not very well known, but as you can see, he was a fine singer. During these busy years of the late 1920s and early 1930s, Chester Gaylord also found time to provide vocal refrains on dance band records by the likes of Jacques Renard, Jack Denny, and also Red Nichols, while he also maintained a hectic schedule on the radio, appearing on popular shows such as the Top Notchers Coca-Cola program. As a matter of fact, when Brunswick decided not to renew his recording contract sometime around 1930 or 1931, the future of Gaylord's career lay on the airwaves, singing with excellent bands like those led by Ben Selvin, Ted Fiorito, and Ben Pollack, the great drummer, and eventually accepting a job on Boston's WBZ in the late 1940s. By the mid-1960s, Chester Gaylord had quit doing radio work, although he kept performing occasionally as a singing pianist until his passing in 1984. To the best of my knowledge, no CD or LP is available out there documenting Chester Gaylord's career at the time of this broadcast, but fortunately, an extensive collection of his recordings and even some radio cuts can be found on the Internet Archive. So the good folks of the Internet Archive, archive.org, will help you if you want to listen to some of Chester Gaylord's recordings. In fact, that's where we got those recordings for this broadcast. And as you can hear, despite the age, the sound isn't that bad. Hopefully one day a reissue label will decide to bring Chester Gaylord out of obscurity, something that his outstanding recordings definitely deserve. A singer, a musician, a broadcaster that we've profiled on this first episode of Music About a Century Old. Chester Gaylord. My name is Anton Garcia Fernandez. I appreciate your listening, and we're going to finish this broadcast now with actually a radio cut from 1930. Here's Chester Gaylord and another standard, at least it's a song that would become a standard, I'm Confessing That I Love You. This is Anton Garcia Fernandez signing off for now. Thanks for listening. Until next time.
Now, Ben, if you'll just hold the band for a moment, I have a confession to make. You know, confession is good for the soul. And so before I begin to tell you any more, well, I'm confessing first that I'm Chester Gaylord, and the rest is all in the song.
How I long to tell you that I love you. Love finds a way, so poet say. Why, every dream I dream is only of you. Come cuddle near and listen, dear. I'm confessing that I love you. Tell me, do you love me too? Why, I'm confessing that I need you, honest I do. I need you every moment. In your eyes I read such strange things, but your lips deny they're true. Will your answer really change things, making me blue? Why, I'm afraid someday you'll leave me, saying, can't we still be friends? If you go, you know you'll grieve me. All in life on you depends. Am I guessing that you love me, dreaming dreams of you in vain? I'm confessing that I love you over again. I'm afraid someday you'll leave me, saying, can't we still be friends? If you go, you know you'll grieve me. All in life on you depends. Am I guessing that you love me, dreaming dreams of you in vain? I'm confessing that I love you over again.